Hey, cute stuff. Hey, boo. Hey, welcome to another pick a card with me, Duchess. So, today we are going to tap into your shadow. We are getting messages from your shadow side, your shadow self, okay, your shadow energy, whatever you want to call it, baby. All right. And these are going to be both positive messages in which you are using your shadow in the right way, or in which you are in tune or maintaining or healing or whatever with your shadow, okay? Then we're also going to be pulling some messages where maybe we need a little bit more healing, okay? What needs to be better, what you could do better when it comes to maintaining and being in tune here with your shadow. So go ahead and choose out of the 3 images that you see in front of your eyes, baby. Yes, use your intuition and tap right into that intuition. And you could choose between image number 1, image number 2, or image number 3. Just remember, this is a general collective reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't behind, and is timeless. Let's go ahead and get started with these reveals and get messages from your shadow. Hey, pile 1. Hey, boo. All right, so look, we are pulling some messages here from your shadow, and we're going to be doing both where your shadow is giving you a pat on the back, okay, and where you need to do some actual shadow work, baby, okay, because everything is a balance of light and dark, and sometimes your shadow needs to come into effect so you can, know who you are, right, so you can balance it, so you can use it for your highest good, or you may just need to heal it, baby. So let's go ahead and find out here first where your shadow is giving you a pat on the back. Messages from your shadow. Give us insight for pile 1. Pile 1. We got here persuasion. We like this energy, pile 1. We're going to pull all 3 of these and we're going to talk about it. Messages from your shadow. We got here the wrath. Okay, I'm loving it. Messages from your shadow. We got here inspiration. I am loving it. So where you are using the hell out of your shadow in the best way is, first of all, in your air of persuasion, honey. Okay, so when you have the energy of persuasion, that means you can get people wrapped around your finger, and you can get people here to pretty much do your biddings, do what you want here. You can get things your way. Now, some people might think it's bad here to use persuasion, but persuasion is a good thing because you do deserve to get your way. Whoever told you don't is a lie, okay? They're full of crap. They're just hating. So with this energy here, you have mastered, or you're very much in that energy of mastering the art of persuasion. Excuse me. I'm drinking coffee, so it's coming back to haunt me, baby. All right. So with this being said here, you are able to say the right things, do the right things, give the right glances, use the right words, right? But of course, your shadow is saying use the art of persuasion in a way to where, one, it benefits you too, but you want to use it wisely, okay? You don't want to use this in a way that gets you in trouble. You want to use this in a way that brings you benefits, right? But in a healthy way, okay? So I am getting a warning with this one is, yes, use the art of persuasion, but use it in the right way. And so here's an example. I was watching some American Greed yesterday, and it was this woman. She had the gift of gab, baby. She could persuade people, and she used it to scam all these poor people out their money. Poor things. They was in retirement. They lost everything. They didn't have nothing to retire on. And Inside Spirit saying, don't use it for that. Come on now, okay? And I don't think you would. That's not who you are. That's not what you're trying to do. But you're going to use it to get what you deserve here, whether this be a job, whether this be a raise, whether this be, business clients, okay? Whether this be a spouse, whether this be get your spouse to get you what you want, a house, a car, whatever it is, you have the art of persuasion, okay? The next place where you are being told here, your shadow is saying that you have mastered the art of wrath, okay? So you know how to use your anger the right way. And this is why at the beginning when I was saying the shadow is important to master, it's not just about, oh, we should avoid anger. Hell to the no. It's a natural emotion. You just got to know how to use it the right way. You got to channel it right, which you learn when you hang out with me in the Rage and Meditate, okay? Either the retreat or in my group coaching circle, because we're doing that this month. But it's about tuning in and learning how to control your anger, your rage, and using it to your benefit instead of to your downfall. So you are using your emotions, your anger, your rage to your benefit. This means you don't let anybody step over you, okay? You don't let nobody treat you like crap. You don't let nobody take advantage of you. You will let people know you're not for it. You will draw a line in the sand, okay? And you will let people know. But at the same time, you're not creating chaos. You're not using rage for no reason. You're not using rage because somebody bumped into you. You're not using it just because you're stressed and tired that day. You're not using it in a way to where you're cussing people out in rage and acting like a maniac. You're in a way like, oh, I see how you are. You like to disrespect people. Okay, I understand. And this is how I'm going to handle the situation. I'm turning the other way. You don't got access to me. You can't deal with me. I won't be spending my money here. Whatever it may be. Okay? Next, you are in tune with creating a level of inspiration, power here. You can see she's over this cauldron, because when you are able to inspire others, that would be part of this art of persuasion, right? You are able to, again, get more out of life, right? And this is because, right, you are able to inspire people to give you what you want without using wrath. This is something that I had to learn, okay, over the years. I remember whenever me and my ex-husband would go out and we both would complain about things, okay? When he would complain about things, he would get free stuff. When I would complain about things, I would get dirty looks, and people probably, try to kick me off the premises. Not that far, but because I know how to act up, baby. Okay, I didn't know how to channel my wrath. And so this is where you should be giving yourself a pat on the back, because you know how to use this in a way to where it benefits you and gets you what you want out of life. Yes, I love it. Now let's see here where you need to heal your shadow, where you might be acting up a little bit. What needs to heal in the shadow here? Messages from the shadow. Pile 1. Okay. Love it. Oh, we're going to start off here. So look. Look, the God complex must stop, baby. Okay, using power to control people. Look, see, it's a thin line, baby. It's a thin line. And didn't I say that? I said you got to be careful. So the same shadow trade on both sides, baby, but different. Yes, you can make things happen, but you don't try to control nobody, baby. Don't use the art of persuasion wrong. Don't use it to get things that it's like, yes, you get what you want, but it may leave somebody else in a deficit. We don't want to go from one extreme to the other. Okay, we don't want to be too extreme here. So your shadow is saying, yes, use me to get what you want, but at the same time, don't use me to try to over control. Don't start getting a big head. Don't start getting a little God complex. Okay, thinking you running everything, acting like Denzel on training day, and we know what happened to Denzel on training day, baby. So sometimes getting that big head don't pay off at all. It really don't. Okay, now next, the shadow is saying here, look. You can't sell out for money, okay? You got to keep your spiritual insight before anything. It's about not selling out. So your shadow says sometimes here, when it comes to stability, when it comes to finances, when it comes to getting your way, when it comes to, you might sell out, okay? Your spiritual awareness, your spiritual insight. You might be like, well, I know that's what my intuition say, but I'm not going to go with that because I really want whatever this is that's enticing me, that's reeling me in. So you're being told, don't be a sellout, okay? You got to stay in tune here with your spiritual guides, with source, spirit, the divine here, your angels, your guides, your ancestors, whoever, okay? You need to stay in tune here. Because sometimes you don't want to get too big-headed is what this is saying. Oh, I don't need my spiritual team because I got this. I'm in control. I know how to get what I want. Da-da-da-da-da. No, we ain't doing the big head stuff over here. Okay? And Shadow is checking you right now before it gets too out of control, baby. Then we got here, look, the engineer. So your shadow is saying here that sometimes you are too smart for your own good. Okay, reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences. Sometimes you're too smart for your own good. You're thinking about everything and thinking about solutions. Oh, how can I get this? How can I get that? How can I make this happen? How can I force this to happen? How can I make this happen? Can I get this to, you get what I'm saying? But then not realizing that you're actually creating more chaos because it's too much control. It's too much manipulation. It's too much movement, and that comes from not being in tune with spirit, okay? Because when you're in tune, then you don't feel the need to have to over control, to over manipulate, to over force, to over make things happen, because you know that everything lines right up the way that it needs to line up, right? So this was a really good shadow reading because both sides matched, okay? Like, hey, you can get people to do whatever you want them to do. Like, you hella good at that, okay? And you let people know. But at the same time, it's like, don't abuse your power. Don't abuse your strength, because it can backfire, because that's not going to be in tune with your spiritual side. And that's equally important here in your life. Make sure you come hang out with me in Orlando for the 3-day Tarot Slumber Party Retreat. We are meditating, we are manifesting, we are healing all the energy in your body, getting them chakras balanced, honey, okay? You get one-on-one time with me, getting your cards read, getting that healing. We having a dance party, we having a pool party, we're eating good food, we're drinking good drinks, we're staying in a resort home. It's a hell of a trip, a hell of a vacation, and it's hella affordable. Got payment plans. Check out the details. Come hang out with me in Orlando. I'm going to be talking to you later, boo. Bye. All right, pile 2. We're going to get here some messages from your shadow. I'm excited for this. Pile 1 was real good. Okay, so first we're going to get messages here from your shadow where you are really embracing your shadow. You doing a damn thing, okay? Things are really in tune. You have that part of you healed. You in control of it. You know what I'm saying? You got it right. Then we're going to look at where your shadow is letting you know we need to do some work, baby. We need to do some heal, some release. We need to get that in tune and balance. Okay, so let's go ahead and check it out. Spirit, give us insight here. Shadow, pile 2. What's going right? How is pile 2 properly using their shadow? How is pile 2 properly in tune with their shadow? We got deliverance. Okay. We got equality. I love it. I love this. You are in tune with your shadow because you are feeling like you are a complete badass, honey. Okay, this is amazing. This is good energy, because there's something like I'm hearing that bad to the bone song, do 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 bad. Okay, there's something about you here that knows your own strength. I feel like your shadow is one of those that may have a bit of ego here, a little bit big-headed. There's nobody better than you. There's nobody that can step to you. There's nobody here. It's like, even if you see somebody that's, you know, maybe wealthy, or maybe, you know, they got so much smarts or intelligence or whatever, you're like, okay, and they know better than me at the end of the day, okay? So I love this energy here because there's a bit of cockiness here in your vibes and your energy. And this gives you a lot of strength because you believe here in yourself. You don't feel like there's anybody that's better than you. Okay. I do feel like there's this energy where you can pretty much deliver yourself from any situation as well. And I feel like there's this great independence upon you, right? You feel like you have the strength to take yourself out of any situation. There's not really a sense of need here because you're not feeling like anyone else is a stronger warrior than you or a better problem solver than you, or you get what I'm saying? There's just something here where I feel like there's a healthy amount of ego here, a healthy amount of self-care here, because you feel like you deserve to put yourself first, or to fight for your rights, fight for your equality, fight for what you deserve. So your shadow actually is a really, really good energy here, pile 2, because I feel like there's no one that's really going to be getting over on you. Or I heard like there's no one that's going to be making you feel like a peasant. Not never, not today, not tomorrow, not in their whole damn life. They have lost their mind. Okay, I get it. I get it, pile 2. Okay. Yeah, so it's like no one will ever make you feel beneath them. They will not make you feel like a peasant. They will not make you feel like, what I'm getting here is you can't be coddled. You can't really, I don't know. I just feel like you ready to make things happen. Yeah. And you feel like you're the best problem solver, you know. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like you don't really rely on people a lot here. And that comes from the strength that's in your shadow here to fight for your freedom. I mean, fight for, yeah, your rights. Fight for what you want. Fight for your happiness. You're very strong. Your shadow is saying you're very, very strong. You're a warrior. Okay. And therefore you can't get tripped up easily, or you can't get held back easily. You can't be manipulated easily. You can't be pushed into circumstances easily. See, here, I feel like for a lot of you in your past life, you had to fight through a lot of things or escape a lot of things. I'm hearing escape captivity and all kinds of stuff. So this energy is automatically here with you. Okay. Now, let's go to the other end here and see where you need to work on your shadow. Maybe, we ain't doing that good there. Maybe it's out of control a little somewhere. Let's see what's going on. Pile 2. Where do you need to work on your shadow? Get in tune. Become more aware. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. All right now. So they coming for you on this side. Okay, now look. First is saying here that your shadow got you gossiping too much, baby. Okay, we got to stop running our mouths here. So there's something here where your shadow's got you gossiping too much. So this could be running your mouth to get some sort of validation or respect, maybe showing how, maybe, telling people how strong you are, how much you don't care, or how confident you are. Something here where your shadow's like, you don't really need to tell everybody everything. Okay, you don't really need to express all of this information. You don't really need anyone to see how great you are. You don't really need to have no sense, like a validation, or you don't need to have a show, or what is it called, a crowd. You don't need all that. You don't have to spread the word. Okay, your shadow is saying sometimes you're spreading the word to your detriment, or you may be wondering why there's certain energies around you that are harsh towards you or cold, but it's because they feel like you spreading the word too much. I'm hearing that there's certain things about you that are actually true, like true qualities for some of you, but people think you're lying just because it's too good to be true in their mind. Okay. Look again. So we got here the destroyer. So again, this is about talking too much, intoxication with your own power of what you do and how you're strong. Like, you don't need to talk about it with anybody. Okay, you don't need to let people know, because Spirit is saying sometimes your shadow is like, we don't got to let people know. We can show people with our actions. We don't have to talk about it. We can show people. So there's something here where it's like, say for instance here, you done something really strong. You fought for some rights. You got it. You good, right? You don't have to then go and tell everybody, right? And just feel like you're on top. In the meantime, others are feeling like trash. They feel like you just crapped on them. You get what I'm saying? So it's like your shadow is like, yeah, it's okay to love yourself and know that you good, but you ain't got to crap on everybody else either. So I like the way these two go together, just like with the last reading. Okay. Now you're being told as well, your shadow is saying here that it's a time to heal any types of childhood wounds or dysfunction. Now, this is something here, if you want to take, I have a healing your childhood wounds course, okay, healing my inner child course on my website for $9.99, right? And you can access it anytime, and it has a workbook, and it has activities, and it has spirit messages and affirmations and all of that stuff here to help heal childhood wounds. But there's things here, some baggage here that you're carrying, right, that makes you feel like sometimes you got to be better than others, or you got to squash them either with your words or, and it's like I said, it might not even be that you're trying to squash them. It could just be that you're boosting yourself so much that you then indirectly squash people. And I know you could be like, well, that's not my problem. Okay. Which is understood, but they're saying here that comes from a place of a unhealed child. Okay, so you want to really actually heal that energy so that you're feeling whole without feeling like you need to express or get because that's what they're saying. It's like the energy almost is like getting a round of applause. Oh, well, I told them about how I did this and I did that and I did this and I did that, right? But in a way, there's something here that secretly wants a bit of validation, okay, that wants a round of applause, that wants a pat on the back. But you're being told that you don't need that, okay? Because you already know your own strength, right? And you know how to make things happen. Yes, you are the one that knows how to make things happen in your life. But it's something about that also triggers other people. And part of that is actually being mindful of how you trigger others is what's coming up. Okay, you got to be mindful of that because you don't want people after you for no reason, boo. You get what I'm saying? No, we don't need that. We don't need that. But what you do need is to come hang out with me for the 3-day Tarot Slumber Party retreat. It's a weekend in Orlando, Florida. We're staying in a resort home. We are going to have a midnight manifestation. We are going to have a meditation circle. We're having a dance party. We're having a pool party. We are eating good food, drinking good drinks. You get one-on-one time with me, getting your cards read, and we are going to be doing some crystal healing with my magic hands. Get your chakras all in balance, all of that good stuff. Check out the details. It's super affordable, and there's payment plans available. Can't wait to see you in Orlando. I'm going to talk to you later, boo. Bye. All right, pile 3. It's going to be a hell of a good read. I can tell right now, okay? So we are tapping into messages here from your shadow. First, we're going to go and check here where your shadow is saying you're in tune. You're using your shadow in the right way, okay? You're getting your little pat on the back. Because like I keep saying here is that some people think the shadow is just something you got to run from, but it's everything needs to be balanced in life, okay? And sometimes you got to use your shadow here, but you got to know how to master and not let it have mastery over you, baby. When you in tune with it and you in control of it, then you got it right. So we're going to find out where you are in alignment with your shadow and how it's working for you, and then we're going to find out where we need to do some shadow work and some healing, baby, okay? So let's see here. Pile 3 spirit. What is the message from the shadow? How are they in tune here? How is the shadow being used to benefit? I love it. Okay. Okay. I love it here. Okay. Yes. Okay. So right now, your shadow is in tune with being so nosy, okay, that it's in the best type of way. So right now, your shadow is in tune here with, you're in tune with reflecting here on past situations that have seemed abusive or have been abusive, whether this be mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever, okay? And so you're in this place here where you're learning here, or I feel like you've already learned how to really trust yourself. You trust yourself over anything, because I feel like you've had this time in your life where people were playing a lot of mind tricks or trying to manipulate, play these types of games. And because you were so sweet and loving, it's like it would go right over your head. Okay. But then one day you stepped into getting in tune with your shadow, baby. It reminds me of that. I'm like, what is that? I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor. At first I was afraid. I was petrified to think that I could ever live without you by my side. But then you grew strong, honey. Okay. So there's something here where you learned here to trust yourself. You learned that when something's not feeling right, that you know here that it's not right. It's like your shadow is in tune with understanding other people's shadow. That's what I'm getting here. Okay. And it's like you can see through other people's shadow so well because your shadow is in tune. And so therefore you cannot be played. I'm actually really loving this energy here. It's like you are, yeah, that's what it is. You cannot be played at all. You can't be manipulated. Nobody can get your trust because it's like you've seen every game in the book. Every game has been ran on you. Okay. You at this point, you done ran plenty of game. And so at this point, it's like, you know what? It takes a lot here for someone to get your trust. And you're very nosy. I like this. Okay. You're very nosy. You're going to find out. You don't just believe people based off of what they got to say. And some people may be like, oh, you need to be more trusting. Nope. Your shadow is telling you this. You doing good right here. Not trusting a damn thing until you verify that it sounds right to you. Okay. You gonna get the understanding you need. So I feel like you're very much in tune with your intuition. You're very much in tune with research. You like, if I gotta, research somebody, if I gotta pay to do some detective work, I don't care. but I'm not going to fall victim to anything. So I love this energy here because you're in your power and you're only trusting that which comes from within you. It's like when you feel it's a trustworthy situation is when it's going to be trustworthy. It's not just because someone's, oh, well, I would never do that to you. In your mind, you're like, okay. Or, I would never lie to you. In your mind, you're like, okay, heard it all before, baby. Okay, you're not falling for it. So your shadow is very much in tune with other people's shadow. Therefore, you cannot be played because you see through all of the BS. I love that. That is a beautiful way to be in tune with your shadow. Okay, tell us more here. Pile 3. In what ways do they need to work through their shadow? In what ways is shadow hindering? In which ways is shadow hindering? Work through your shadow. Which ways is shadow hindering? Okay. All right, boo. Oh, okay. There's a little bit common theme for all 3 piles. But anyways, look. Your shadow says sometimes you misuse your knowledge now, baby. Okay? So I love the way this balances out. Now it's good that you know that you know that you know. But now you also get scolded a little bit. Now, come on. You're not supposed to misuse your power and knowledge. So you probably get, spiritual knowledge, insight, get readings, you get awareness. You like, I know so-and-so is full of crap. But you being told don't overuse this. Don't use it in a way to control or manipulate the situation because we got the control card, the father, dictatorial control, abuse of authority. Don't abuse your knowledge is what's being told, okay? Don't use this in the opposite way. So it's like, yes, your shadow is there to basically help you stay in tune with other people's dysfunction, with other people's abusive ways, with other people's mischievous, lying, manipulative, game-playing ways, right? But you're being told that's not for you to get reeled into it, okay? That's where you want to be careful. Now, say, for instance, that someone's playing games, they manipulative, they out for the cutthroat, they out for, the drama, the negativity. It's not up to you now to use this to try to strategize going back and forth with this person. No, that's misuse of the information. You're not using it right. That's trying to take control. Okay. That's like, you're allowing dysfunction to reign here. So you're being told rather than allowing dysfunction to reign, what you got to do is be in your compassionate energy and be like, you know what? I'm going to be a leader in this situation rather than reacting to the nonsense, rather than getting pulled into that. I'm going to be a leader and see my way on out of this situation. Okay, I'm going to lead myself away from this energy here. It's not to create a tit for tat. It's not to use to try to manipulate or trigger somebody else. No, that's not what it's there for. Because it's like, yeah, we put you into with your shadow so that you can know the real from the fake. Not so you can now try to use that to be just like the fake. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like anytime you go tit for tat, it's like you're giving in or you're matching that energy. It's like you're joining in and getting reeled into their games, and that's not what this is about. Okay? So there's something here in you that needs to know how to not get reeled in just because you feel like you have a leg up. Because you know what's going on, right? So it's like this. Say, you get some spiritual insight. You dating somebody and you find out they're a pathological cheater and liar. That doesn't mean now to try to test them, set them up, try to set up a fake account to catch them cheating and all that. No, okay? Now you playing the game, you doing too much. It's to say, you know what? I know this person's a cheater and liar. I am not taking them serious. They there for a good time, not a long time, and I'm open to my real true love, okay? That could go the same for if this is a job, if this is a friend or family member, whatever it is. It's like you see it for what it is, but that energy is there so you can move forward and create what's best for you, not so you can double down and be just as toxic or get reeled into the toxicity that comes with the person that you can, or the situation that you can clearly see through. It's not for that, boo. Okay? But what you can do is come hang out with me in Orlando for the 3-day Tarot Slumber Party weekend retreat this April. We are manifesting. We got a midnight manifestation going on. We are meditating. We are doing some one-on-one activities with me. You get your cards read. You get some crystal healing to balance out your chakras. We're going to be eating good food, drinking good drinks. We're having a dance party. We're having a pool party. It's hella affordable. Plus, there's payment plans. Check it out. Come hang out with me. Take a little trip. Travel a little bit. Live a little bit. I'll be talking to you later, boo. Bye.